AWS Cognito often feels like a relic. The hosted UI is famously rigid, the developer experience hasn't changed in years, and modern B2B features like native passkeys are simply missing. For many teams, those constraints eventually turn a managed service into a growth blocker. This diagram breaks down the actual scope of your migration. On the left is the Cognito user pool. This is your user directory and your identity provider. On the right is the identity pool. Its job is completely different. It brokers temporary AWS credentials for your applications to access AWS services. You don't have to rip out the identity pool immediately. You can swap the user pool and configure the identity pool to trust your new open source provider. The goal is taking back control of your product's login experience without breaking your existing AWS infrastructure integrations. Open source software licenses cost $0. But running highly available identity infrastructure will cost you a fortune in engineering hours. By moving off a managed service, your team is now strictly responsible for uptime guarantees, applying critical security patches, and executing disaster recovery. Looking at this side-by-side comparison, a managed Cognito setup is essentially a single cloud endpoint. The reality of a self-hosted stack requires operating load balancers, application replicas, Postgres databases, and external key management. Notice the warning indicators flashing over the database, WAF, and email APIs. You now need dedicated DevOps bandwidth to maintain those external dependencies. Every feature you gain in an open-source tool comes with a corresponding operational weight. The real decision is matching that weight to what your engineering team is actually equipped to support. This export document illustrates the hardest reality of leaving Cognito. AWS strictly refuses to expose existing user passwords or password hashes. They are entirely locked down. The brute force way out is forcing every single user to reset their password on their next login. That guarantees high user friction and an immediate spike in customer churn. A smoother alternative is a just-in-time migration. A custom gateway intercepts the login, pings Cognito for validation, and writes the credentials to your new database. But MFA seeds and passkeys hit a dead end. Cognito won't export them, forcing a jarring re-enrollment process. Building that migration gateway means handling plain text passwords in your system's memory. One logging mistake could expose your user's credentials. To successfully escape Cognito, you have to secure engineering budgets specifically for building and securing this migration layer, or you will lose a large portion of your user base. When an identity provider goes down, the entire application becomes a locked door. No new sessions can start, and existing ones eventually time out. To survive a regional AWS outage, your identity stack must exist in two places at once. This map shows a standard active-passive database setup. Region A handles all writes, sending a one-way replication stream to a standby database in Region B. If you attempt active-active replication, those streams clash. You invite split-brain scenarios and corrupted session states. You also have to synchronize your encryption keys, secrets, and external identity providers across both regions, or the tokens issued in Region B will be rejected by your applications. When a primary region fails, recovery isn't automatic. You have to manually fence off the old database to prevent data corruption and deliberately promote the secondary. Building a highly available identity platform means your engineers will spend less time shipping application features and more time managing distributed systems crises. Keycloak is the default heavyweight choice. It handles nearly any enterprise SAML or LDAP configuration, but it requires high Java memory footprints, complex clustering rules, and painful upgrades. Next, Citadel and Logto are specialized alternatives built specifically for B2B SaaS platforms. Citadel runs as a stateless Go binary, offering built-in passkeys and organization-level SSO. But as the cost column shows, Citadel requires navigating AGPL licensing and operating its eventually consistent event store database. Your decision here is straightforward. Pick Keycloak if you need broad legacy enterprise compatibility, or choose Citadel and Logto for agile, modern B2B multi-tenancy. The third row is Ori, built for teams demanding headless API control over their user experience. But Ori is not a single drop-in server. You must operate multiple microservices and databases. The final row introduces Authentic, designed for defending internal workforce environments. It protects legacy internal tools and DevOps dashboards using reverse proxy outposts. meaning you can secure older applications that bypass modern OIDC support entirely. Ori solves the need for total front-end control, and Authentic solves internal legacy proxy protection. If you just need a standard B2C login provider, avoid both. This decision tree will route you to the correct platform based strictly on your product type. If you operate a mixed environment with legacy applications and deep SAML requirements, follow the first branch to Keycloak. If you are a platform team building modern, multi-tenant B2B software, follow the second branch directly to Zitatel or Logto. If you have a custom product, need headless API integration, and have the bandwidth to build your own UI, follow the third branch to Ori. If your priority is protecting internal IT dashboards and legacy DevOps tools, then the fourth branch takes you directly to Authentic. A tool's ability to render a login page and issue a token locally does not mean it is safe for internet-scale production. Migrating off Cognito gives you total control over your product's identity. But do not unplug AWS until you have successfully executed a full database restore and a regional disaster recovery failover in your new system.